back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. If this is your first time, get comfortable, take your shoes off, you in my flower wall, let's have some fun. First and foremost, if you can hear it, allergies is on 5,000. Like, the pollen literally said, you know what, Corona, this is my time of the year to shine, so I'm just gonna like show up and show out. So that's what has happened. This is not the coronavirus, this is grade A allergies. Okay, I was out in them streets yesterday and it is now coming back to haunt me. So as you see by the title of this video, we are reviewing episode 2 of Insecure. You ready? Let's just get into it. We ain't gonna shuck and drive, and we just gonna get straight into it. It's gonna be a quick one and we're gonna ride out and have some fun. Okay, so first things first, let me check my notes. Let's talk about Molly. Now, good sis Molly. My thing is, I feel like my love for Yvonne Orji has made me kind of like take a blind eye to all of the whackness that Molly has been in like the past, you know, 4 seasons. Because sis is like incredibly selfish. Like, the stuff that happened at work with Torian in season 3, and now this season with her kind of being jealous of Issa's relationship with Condoleezza. I just think her true colors are really kind of starting to shine through. And Molly, to me, I feel like she has a lot going for her, but like her downfall is literally her insecurity in herself. And I think sometimes, like, a lot of people when they are like successful, that they kind of ride on the coattails of being successful, that they don't really do the inner work to work on who they are as a person, which is why she's like trying to rush the process with Asian Bae, where it's like they haven't been dating for that long and she's just trying to, like, I don't know, just rush it. And I also feel like just because, and this is like word to the wise for ladies or guys too, just because somebody isn't opening up on the same like wavelength as you are at the same time frame is not a indication that they're not interested in you. That you don't know, you know, the gospel's like, you don't know my story, you don't know their story. So there may be, you know, some things that they might not want to talk about that soon. And I feel like Molly wasn't very respectful of that with him. And I just feel like some people are just different, and it's okay to let people be different, but she wasn't trying to do that. It was like her process, like she's trying to be in control. She's trying to, you know, move the needle on this relationship, I think, just so she can say she has someone. And as we know, that ain't a good thing. So I feel like Molly, work-wise and maybe even, I was gonna say like friendship-wise, she seems to be in a good-ish place, because she does have Tiffany to go to and she does have Kelly to go to. But I think her relationship with Issa, like I said in the last video, is strained because I think she likes Issa being her friend that she deems as like lower than her or below her. And now that Issa's in the upswing, she don't know how to handle that. So I just feel like, Molly says, tighten up. Like, it's okay for your friends to have other friends, and it's okay. Like, I feel like good segue into the next portion. The next portion I want to talk about is kind of still Molly related, was Issa and her relationship with Condola. And yeah, I know I said we was gonna call her Condoleezza, but after watching it, I was like, that's kind of disrespectful to her character, so I guess we'll call her by her name. But I will say I enjoyed the maturity of both Condola and Issa in this episode. And I also feel like it kind of showed that, like, you know how Molly had said in the first episode, like, why your life always got to be this messy? It's like, you can take something that could be messy, but if you're a mature person throughout it, it don't have to be messy. And I just feel like, Molly, if you were that pressed about your relationship with Issa, you would be more of a friend to Issa. But some people don't know how to be a friend, so there's that. Back to Condoleezza. Back to Condola and Issa. Oh, they could be like their names together. Condoleezza, Condoleezza. See? Condoleezza. Get no? Just me? Alright, cool. But I love the dynamic of their friendship, that they didn't let who she's dating kind of get in the way. And I like the fact that they addressed it, like, you know, when she brought up the mayo with the fries and kept it moving. Like, it didn't have to be this big long conversation about like, oh, he's this and he's that and blah 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 blah. Which leads me to my next subject. Lawrence Hive. Is this your king? This who y'all riding for? I know the show is called Insecurity, and I'm glad that they are finally tapping into other characters' insecurities and not just Issa's all the time. Because Lawrence, child, this was not your shining moment, sir. Like, I feel like personally, he doesn't want Issa to talk about him too much with Candola, because he doesn't want it to come up of like who he used to be. That's my opinion. Of course, ain't nobody said that on the show or anything like that, but I feel like personally, if she realizes that just like within like the past year, he has become who he is, but for 5 years prior, like he wasn't working, was just basically living off of Issa, might be a little bit of a ding on the, you know, Candola and Lawrence love story. So I say Martin Lawrence story. He just whacked to me. I have not been a fan of him ever. Like, I think he's cute. That's about all he got going for him in my book. But I just thought that was like mad weak of him to be like, you know, pulling Issa to the side and doing all that. And even like the conversation that he had with his homeboys was just like unnecessary. Like she said, they joked about it to get through it, but I feel like he could have like addressed it with Candola. I don't think, if you want this, because I talked to some of my guy friends about it, and they were just like, he just wants a fresh start away from Issa. I get it. I do. I get it. But I also feel like if you want a fresh start, then start fresh. Then, like, don't dip back to your past and start talking about old stuff and bring up old stuff. Like homeboy said, like if you're gonna send a text, like it could be misconstrued, and it also could be misconstrued that, you know, he went to Issa's house and now he's not gonna tell Candola that he went and talked to her. Sound like you starting real fresh to me, bruh. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Comment below. Let me know how you feel about that whole situation. I felt like it was mad, like, weak of him. And everybody has their insecure moments. So I feel like that was one of his biggest ones, though. Like, it's not like they sit down and have powwows and talk about you. It's not like either of them knew that you were connected to either of them when you started dating Candola. So how does that... I don't know. I just thought it was weak, personally. And I want to applaud Issa for her maturity in the situation. Because even when she brought him up, like, she could have went down a whole road of, like, dogging him out. But she didn't. She literally was just like, I ain't gonna let some dude who eat mayonnaise on his fries, like, come between me and a good friend. And that's so dope of her. And then even afterwards, when she checked in with him, was just like, so do I mention this? Like, that was a courtesy that I probably would not have given, but she better than me in that situation. But to check in with him and do that courtesy call before she was gonna hang out with her, like, so do I say something? Do I not say something? Let me know. But I feel like he put her in a weird position to be in between something that was coming between her, or, you know, put her in between something that was going on with him and his girl. And again, it's all fresh. They only been dating each other for like a month. So, like, all right, bro, relax, relax. But so anyway, last subject I want to talk about is Issa and her maturity. I love growth. You remember Kelly? Growth. I absolutely love the growth of Issa. I love who she is blossoming into. I love this new form, like, found like freedom. I love that she got rid of TSA Bay. Like, you could tell that she's just coming into her own. Like, you could tell this is not the same Issa from the past 3 seasons, and that's what I love about it. I love progression. Like, when I used to watch Being Mary Jane, like, I feel like she started out as a chick that was like sleeping with a married dude. But now she, you know, like before the show ended, she was more mature. She grew as a person. And I think when like shows do this, it's so relatable to see the people grow, because we're growing, well, we should be growing as well. But absolutely loved Issa's maturity in this episode, of how she handled the whole Lawrence situation and Candola. And I had to laugh because the scene where she and Candola were like wrapping up their meeting and Molly came to eat with them kind of cracked me up, because I am the Issa in that situation. I always am trying to connect different people, I like to connect people and like create friendships and things like that, because I feel like if I'm really close to you and I'm really close to you, you guys should meet and be close with each other. So I'm like the opposite of Molly. Like Molly's like, I want Issa all to myself, and I'm like, no, be her friend. She's dope, you dope. Let's all be dope together. Like so I could definitely relate to Issa when she was like, this is great. Like, this is great. So I could definitely relate to that. I thought that was hilarious. Overall, I thought the episode was really good. I could tell it was like a transitional episode. So like, I feel like episode 3, probably something more major is going to happen in episode 3. But I thought it was really good to kind of touch base in on those characters and where they are with their different spaces and places. Within their insecurities, like Issa's starting to come into this secure person, and it's bringing out insecurities in Molly, and it's bringing out insecurities in Lawrence as well. So I like the fact that they kind of played on that as well. But I think that's all I want to talk about this week. I know it was gonna be a short one, but I know it was gonna be this short. So yeah, comment below. Let's get the conversation started. I told y'all, this is the whole reason why I'm doing this, is I just want to get the conversation going. I love talking about my favorite shows. This is one of my favorite shows. Whew, these allergies, child. I am so congested. I just want to go blow my nose in a second. So that's what I'm about to do. But comment below what you thought of the episode, what you thought of my review of what, yeah, or not what you thought of my review, but if you have any comments to the things that I was stating in this review. And I will see y'all in the next video. See you next time.